We have. Here we go.
Hello.
We've made it all together. It took us a little while,
Yeah.
but here we are.
So
Here
if
we
someone
are.
missed it, we had a hidden error on a bit on the Facebook Live, so we swapped to Zoom. So you're watching instead of our usual live video, but that's just great to have Darina with us here and continue with the interview.
Thank you for inviting me, for making even this possible.
We are glad to have you on.
Yeah.
So should we just start with, I wonder if you can just tell us a little bit about your business. That's a nice way to start, just to give you a chance to tell us what you'd like everyone to know.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I am Darina Veen, and I'm a Feng Shui consultant, which is a profession that makes interior design. So in a way, I am an interior designer, but I do that based on the Eastern philosophy of Feng Shui. So I help people to arrange their homes in balance and harmony, and also following the guidelines and the concepts of this Eastern philosophy in a very, very short one sentence. And now we can discuss a little bit more about it. Yes, what it is, it's a 1,000-year-old philosophy coming from originally China, and is Eastern philosophy. So that is not a science and it's not an art. So it's really like a way of living your life and arranging your environment, your direct environment. So we talk about homes and houses and offices. So your direct surroundings and how that influence us, how that influence our feelings, emotions, focus, action, motivation, and everything. And what can we do about it to arrange it a way that is supporting for us, nurturing, inspiring, and healthy.
That sounds really great. But if we go deep, just dive in the practical
Go
side.
deeper.
When Darina goes in your house,
what
like, you know, what happens there? Do we need to move walls? Prepare to
Yes, it's a very good question, and the most practical ones, because people want to know, so what do you do when you come to my home? Well, like, what do I need to tidy up before you come? So no.
Thing.
Because it's not necessary, because people and clients ask me to help them. They struggle with something. Sometimes it's very different, various. Sometimes people just are curious about this philosophy, have read a book or heard it somewhere, and would like to know a little bit more what that would mean for their home. That's one that's very easy way. But there are also clients who know a little bit about it, or did a workshop, or really want to have more focus on some specific issue which is troubling them. That can be bad sleep, or they don't feel something odd in their home, or they lack the overall well-being in their home. They feel like, it doesn't feel really good. It doesn't feel my home. I would like to change it. The energy is a bit low. I'm tired. There are many, many things that can play a role. So then I come, and what we do is we look at, first of all, the balance in home, which is very important, because balance, when the house is balanced, balance is something we always think about when we decorate, furnish, or arrange our homes, always, because that is when the house is well balanced, it gives stability and a feeling of wellness. When a room or house lacks it, then it can make its inhabitants feel uncomfortable or anxious. So there are places, spaces that can make us even feel tired. So then we look at it, and I make, of course, preparations and analysis and a floor plan. And then we walk around and we look, and the client talks. We look at the rooms, how they arrange, how the light falls, how the room are used, which colors are there, how the furniture is placed, and I ask why they make the choices, what intentions they had. And I ask a lot about the symbols, the paintings, and how the house make them feel. So we walk room by room, and I make, of course, the comments. And then there are always, it goes natural. The people know, so they start talking. And then we talk about the either advice directly, recommendations. So we try. And in a discussion with the client, I have colors with me, I have materials, I have pictures. So we go, and it's basically all about the feeling at home and applying. So we talk about the light, we talk about the curtains, we talk about the walls or not, what they want to achieve from the space. That's important. Like, what would you like to achieve in a home? What are you missing? And when they cannot put it in words, then I try to help them. Because it's also possible. People think, this room feels old, it's terrible. And then I walk in the room and I say, yes, of course, I understand. This is going on. Oh, okay.
It's also deep inner work. It's not only
also
changing, rearranging outside of yourself, the house, your environment, but it's also, it sounds like there's a lot of inner work too.
And yes, and that's also that transformation process, more awareness of why I made certain choices. Because when you arrange your home, it's a way self-expression. It's a way expression of your not only personality and inner state, but your own mind, your own being. If we are a chaotic person, we usually create chaotic environment around us. If we are very neat and perfectionist, we create, very, very neat and clean home where you open the drawers and there are signs what it is and what is lying there. So, but these are two extreme examples. But this is how we do it in our environment. And when you, with a full attention about the choices you make, that makes it interesting, because then you go deeper. It's like, whoa, why you made these choices? And that's then we go. Like, I have a really nice example of a lady, a client, who was divorced. She had 2 children and she wanted to have a relationship. At the same time, she started on a spiritual path, started to do yoga and more mindfulness. Then I walked in her bedroom and she had it very sober. So no romantic, nothing, very sober. And above her bed, a huge, very huge painting of a Buddha, so golden shape, beautiful. Buddha's head, but one, and turned with the back of the head, right, to the whole world. And I looked at it and said, this is not a way to find a relationship. This is, well, Buddha's, first of all, not in your bedroom. Means not very inspiring for your intimate life and love life and everything. He's alone and turned backwards to the whole world. I said, this is for your meditation corner, not even that, because you should be open to receive all the good things the universe wants to give you. So we worked on this, she changed it, and there the switch in mind happens also.
Interesting.
Nice
Wow.
examples.
Yeah, so you're really, the impact you bring can be huge. It's not just
Sometimes,
comfort.
I hope it can be. Yes, usually a lot of things happen during such a consultation. And yeah, our physical environment, so physical space around you, has influence on us. We know when you feel somehow in a space, and in your own home is easier to start changing moving the furniture and plants and lights, and it's sometimes a little bit easier than to go to a psychologist and say, oh, it's also, but this is also a way, because our house is mirroring us. It tells a story about us. Your house, the way you choose the colors, what you hang on the walls, the photos, where you place the photos. Like in Holland, many people place family photos in the toilet. I don't understand why, but it's kind of, I saw it in many households. This is just a funny example, but where you place them, how you place them, what place they get, are they hidden somewhere small, and what gets a big place in a home, what gets a really important. Unconsciously, we make a lot of decisions when we arrange houses. And for me, it's all information to make it visible and to make people aware of their choices.
Oh, interesting.
How they can change it.
I think about I have a studio where I teach my singing students, and I keep it, our house can get messy, but my studio stays pretty neat, because I think there's a lot of personalities coming in here.
Yes.
And I have to make everybody feel comfortable. And so it's really important how the space is.
Yes, definitely.
Because I've got not just me, but
also
all sorts of different people coming in.
Yes. And also what they do, if they want to sing, they need to feel the space for breath is important. They need to feel like, okay, I can express myself.
Right.
That's important, yes.
Right. And then there's the rest of the house, but
there's balance. We just said we need balance. So
yes, we need
does
balance.
that work this way? Okay. We can keep some spaces more neat and others more chaotic, then I suppose, in a way, or no.
But what is chaotic is in Feng Shui, we talk, it's chaotic is, I don't use the word chaotic, I used it once, but it's more that the cluttered cupboards can really make a difference, because when the cupboard is full and there are things that are broken, not used for a very long time, you don't like them, you just don't want to see it, so you press it, cram all in the cupboard, you close the door and you paint the cupboard and you think, it's a nice color, I love it. And then you never open the cupboard because you think, oh, things are going to follow me. And that is an example of a good stagnation, because it's not only what the eye see and what the eye pleases. So Feng Shui is not about Italian design and Milano magazines and things, the beautiful things, but it's more about the energy of home, how it makes you feel. So it's more this vital energy, that's concept like qi, how it flows. If the house feels warm, cozy, comfortable, it makes you feel like focused, concentrated, or you feel like, this is really nice, I can relax. And then finding a balance. So we talk about the elements that are fire, wood, water, metal, and earth. So each element stands for some kind of characteristic, like stability and structure, so you feel really safe in your home. Then we need to apply earth elements, which are like in any other interior designs, earthy colors, brown, yellowish, etc. And when we talk about fire element, we need warmth and passion and spicy and colors. We need colors, people. Sometimes I'm surprised nowadays when you see in magazines a lot of neutral tones, pastels, because everybody is desiring peace and peace and peace. But it's good, peace. But we also need sparkling. We need spice. We need colors. We need passion. Yeah. And colors are giving at us. But too much of them can also make us restless or agitated, and then we quarrel with the partner in a room which has too much of vibes, without noticing it, without being conscious about it.
So interesting.
Yeah, I think we could talk for another hour about it.
I know.
It's really eye-opening also in some certain ways. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, Darina, for sharing it. And I think, yeah, we always conclude with this last question of, I know we all love all our clients, but if you had a chance to say, I want to work with, is there a particular type of client? Maybe sometimes it's the really cluttered, really messy one, the one that gives you the most job, the most, is there anything that gives you the passion to bring this impact forward and further?
Yes, yes, of course, because, well, I love all clients because they all bring troubles. People don't go to me when they are happy and satisfied. Or maybe when they are moving to a new home, they are excited, happy, and they want to have a Feng Shui approach. Yes, but yeah, each client is indeed interesting, and the more complicated it gets, the nicer it is. And of course, the huge satisfaction is when you really see the impact that it has on people. When people, after the consultation, send an email or report to me after several weeks, like, oh yeah, look, the pictures, look what I changed. Then I usually ask, how does make you feel? So when they really get engaged and are committed to the changes, these are like you say, the ideal clients. So they get engaged, they do their best, and they do the changes and feel what happens. And to implement some of the changes sometimes it's not easy because it's like here, but I like that when they really make efforts and clean the home or change the rooms, and then discover, to their biggest surprise, like, whoa, if I knew, I would have done it a lot earlier.
Oh.
Yes.
So if someone is really overwhelmed and thinking, no, before calling Darina, I need to really Marie Kondo the house and then move already the things. No, right?
No, please,
right
no.
moment to call you.
Yes, it's not the moment to call me. You did it yourself.
Okay.
I help when I see the real situation. And you don't go to the doctor and say, doctor, it's not that I'm a doctor, but everything is fine. Yeah, I don't need help. Everything is fine. So what's the problem? No, it's always good.
Great. That's
yes,
a
and
nice
also I also
encouragement.
appreciate clients who are open to the wisdom of this philosophy that cannot be scientifically proved, not yet, but it's been applied and used and practiced for centuries and thousands of years and has results. So when they appreciate, are open, and trust my advice and are ready to implement it. So this also courageous.
Great. Thank you so much, Darina, for taking your time, for talking with us today, for really giving us some good insights on inside and outside, how we feel in our houses. It was really nice to hear it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I want to know more.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes. We can arrange something through VBII. Some kind of fun workshop, not so much theoretical, but just like this. Q&A.
Great. Fantastic.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you again.
Glad it finally worked.
Yes, glad it finally.
Great.